Good morning, everyone, or good evening. Here in Rayong, Thailand, it is actually about 8:45 in the morning. We just came back from the hotel restaurant having breakfast, and I needed to make this video because my intention was to actually make a YouTube channel so that I didn't bog down my Facebook page with a bunch of videos and pictures. So I'm just getting some quiet time so that I can share the backstory of how it came to be that me and my mother reunited. So I would say maybe 1976, I believe, because I was 2 years old. My mom, and my father at the time lived in Suphanburi, Thailand. And my father, he was stationed in Bangkok, Thailand in the Air Force when he met my mom. And so they had gotten married at some point, and then she had me in the United States. I was born in Champaign, Illinois. However, then we immediately moved back to Thailand. So the plan was to always live in Thailand as a family. However, my father also sold drugs. Apparently, he smuggled them back and forth or something, or he sold them. And as he told me, he did very well at the time. Got something going on right here. Anyway, I just found out on yesterday that my mother actually did not know anything. She never knew why he went to jail. He always told her that he had a business. Him and his friend had a business, but she never knew what that business was. So anyway, he went to prison, and both of them were concerned about her not being able to protect me. It was right after the Vietnam War. It was a very strange time. First of all, I was a black child, and two, at that time, there was some specific feelings about American soldiers coming over and using the Thai women. So there was some animosity there as well. So at that time, they were both concerned about my safety. And my mother, however, also had a mother, of course, that she was very concerned about leaving. So she sent me to Chicago to live with my father's family. And of course, then it's in the 70s. The technology is not like it is now, and they lost touch. She said at one point that she was poor. She lived in the jungle at some point. She didn't have the means to stay in contact or even write a letter for some time. She eventually got remarried to a military man, a Marine, a Thai man, and they had a daughter, my sister Apple, who is 38, and she's a nurse. So anyway, fast forward, right after I had my first son, David, it had to be maybe 94 or 95. He was born in 93, that I approached my father about some type of address that he may have for my mother. He gave me the last address that he knew of, and it was a place where I believe that we used to live, or she used to live. And so I wrote a letter. I sent a lot of pictures of me as a teenager. I sent a letter of my baby with his name written on the back. So she no longer lived at that address. So it had to be about 24 or 25 years ago that I sent this letter. She no longer had the address. She no longer lived at that address, but her neighbor, her old neighbor, received the letter. Somehow he obtained it. And so he knew fully well, he was fully aware that of course, she had a new family, a new husband, a new daughter, and he did not want to cause any trouble. So he never told her about the letter, but he kept it. So about 3 years ago, he passed away, and his wife gave the letter to my sister. However, of course, my sister was looking for me under my maiden name, and she could never find me. So in March, this past March 2nd to be exact, she was cleaning her apartment, and she ran into the letter. She showed it to her girlfriend. they were going through the pictures, and her girlfriend flipped over my baby's picture, who is now 25, and they looked him up on Facebook. And so, of course, that's all she wrote. They found him. He was able to direct them to me, and then that was it. My husband, he was so happy. So we talked about we were gonna go, but then the next week in March, he just bought the tickets, and so that it was finalized. We are now in Thailand reuniting. So that's the backstory. Excuse me. It's only a story that I can't make that up. Only God could have orchestrated the events that led up to this, and I'm so grateful and so thankful, and my heart is so full. So I'm cherishing every moment. I'm here in Rayong, Thailand, Aryong. My mother doesn't live far. My sister doesn't live far as well. However, we are staying at a resort together so that we can all be together. So my sister actually won't join us until today because she had to work these past couple of days. So it's me and my husband, my mother and Papa, which is my mother's husband and my sister's father. Then there's also my cousin Raynu and her husband Lek, and they are absolutely awesome, and they're doing everything in their power to make sure that we're okay and we're having a good time. They're the best hosts ever, and we are very comfortable and very happy. So today we are actually going to go visit my mom's home. So we'll be there. I'm not sure how long, but then we are going to go to for a one-day visit to Pattaya, and that's spelled Pattaya, which is a popular tourist town, tourist city. And so we're going to go to Pattaya today, and so I'll hopefully have some video and pictures to share with you as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to hear my story, and thank you everyone for your well wishes, and I hope that you enjoy the documentation. Bye bye, take care.